So given here, fx is equal to 5x square plus 7x minus 13. Okay, this. Now we want to find out the turning point from this. Okay, so how do whether maximum or minimum we'll see later, but turning point. What is the turning point? First, we shall find out the first derivative. Therefore, what is f dash x? F dash x is 10x plus 7. Okay, so for turning points, there can be more than one turning point. Okay, for turning points, we'll see later in another example that there can be more than one turning point. F dash x is equal to 0. So you get 10x plus 7 is equal to 0. So you get x is equal to minus 7 by 10. So you get the x coordinate of the turning point. Okay. Now what you do is you determine the intervals. What are the intervals here? You come from minus infinity till minus 7 by 10. And from minus 7 by 10, you move to plus infinity. Is this clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. So now we'll check whether f dash x, we consider the first interval in the interval minus infinity minus 7 by 10. What is the value of f dash x? Okay, f dash x is 10x plus 7. You put minus infinity, 10 into minus infinity plus 7 will give you minus infinity, right? So this is f dash x is negative. That means what can I say about fx? Fx is decreasing in this interval minus infinity minus 7 by 10. Okay, next we consider the next interval. In the interval minus 7 by 10 infinity, what is f dash x? Consider this value again. Consider any value between minus 7 by 10 and infinity. Say consider any positive value. Consider infinity only. 10 into infinity plus 7. You get infinity. That means f dash x is positive. So what is happening? Therefore fx is increasing, right?
Greater
Yes, sir.
than 0.
In minus 7 by 10 infinity, right? So therefore what do you see? In this interval the function is decreasing. In this interval the function is increasing. So if I am to draw roughly, this is my 0 and say this is my minus 7 by 10. Okay, so what happens? This is your minus infinity and this is your x axis actually, plus infinity. Okay, so what is happening in this interval minus infinity to 7 by 10? The function is decreasing this way. Okay, then it reaches this point, and then from this point it now starts increasing, right? So this is my what? Turning point. So I've already got the x coordinate of the turning point. What is the x coordinate? Minus 7 by 10. We now have to get the y coordinate, right? So therefore f,
Sir,
yes.
sir, in the number line, minus 7 by 10 to 0,
Hmm.
at this point of time, it becomes stable, no? From 7 by 10 to 0.
Yes, it remains increasing in this interval. Understood? In this interval, you're talking about this interval, right? This one.
Yes, sir. Yes,
This
sir.
it remains
It
increasing in
remains.
this interval. It remains increasing in this interval. You don't have to consider this interval. Since you have got the value of x as only one
Sir, we
value,
will not consider 0.
no, we'll not consider. Why will not consider is because we got only one value of x here. Okay, one value of x means there are two intervals. Suppose you have got the value of x like this: x is equal to minus 7 by 10, 0, and 2. Then how many intervals we'll make? First, we'll make the interval minus infinity to minus 7 by 10. The next interval will be minus 7 by 10 to 0. Next interval will be 0 to 2. And the next interval will be 2 to infinity. So there are 4 intervals. You understood?
Yes, sir.
So here we are getting only one value of x. So therefore we'll make only 2 intervals. I will come to that kind of problem after this. Okay. So the now since we have got the x coordinate of our turning point, we shall find out the y coordinate. F minus 7 by 10. Put it in the function to get the y coordinate. What is the function? 5x square plus 7x minus 13. 5x square plus 7x minus 13. This. Okay. Now I can put it here. 5 into 49 by 100. And then you have minus 49 by 10 minus 13. Okay. So what do you get here? You get 49 into 5 is how much? 245. 245 by 100 minus 49 by 10 minus 13. 245 minus 490 minus 1300 divided by 100. Amit, tell me how much will I get this? 245 minus 1300 plus 490 is how much? It is, I think, 1790. Okay. And 1790 minus 245 is how much? $1545 divided by 100. You can cancel here also. So you're getting 309 by 20.
Yes, sir.
So what is the turning value?
1545.
What is the turning point? The turning point is x coordinate minus 7 by 10 and y coordinate 309 by 20. This is the turning point. Is that clear? How to find the turning point?
Yes, sir.
Now coming back to
Yes.
how to determine maxima and minima. See, the function is decreasing here, right? And then again at the turning point, it starts increasing. So this is the point of what? Local? Tell me, local what? Maxima or minima?
Some maxima.
Minima. First decreasing,
Oh, yeah.
you can I mean, this is common sense. You don't see anything that decreases first and then starts increasing. Then what happens? This is the lowest point. The economy starts decreasing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The economy it is in recession. Suppose the economy starts decreasing. It reaches the minimum value, right? Minimum GDP value. And then again it starts
Yes, sir.
increasing. Then what happened? The economy has hit its what? Minima, right? And on the reverse, what happens?
Yes.
If the economy is increasing, and then it peaks. And then what? After that, it starts decreasing. So this is what? This becomes the point of local maxima. So this is very, I mean, straightforward. You see a hill, if it looks like a hill, first increasing and then decreasing, then it is local maxima. If it looks like a valley, right?
Okay, sir.
First decreasing and then increasing, then it is a
Yes,
point
sir.
of local minima. So you see here, this is a point of local minima. So what you can note here is minus 7 by 10, 309 by 20 is a point of local minima. Clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let's see this actually this concept. I will come to that this a little one more sum I'll do, and I'll come to this concept a little later. This actually is called the first derivative test. Understood? When we are determining this point of local minima here, okay, this, if you are doing the sum till this point, if the sum says find the point of local maxima or minima, if you are not only determining the turning point, but you're also determining whether it is a maxima or minima, just one step ahead, then it is called the first derivative test. Okay, so I will come to that a little later. First, let me do one sum from turning point. Okay, let's do this one. Find the turning points. Problem. Find the turning points of fx is equal to 2x cube minus 9x square plus 12x plus 30. Okay, so we start with this. What is the first step? Amit, tell me, what is the first step?
The first step.
What do you have to find? You have to
Sir, f
differentiate
dash
this.
x.
F dash x. And what is f dash x? 6x square minus 18x
Minus 18x
plus 12.
plus 12.
Okay,
Square.
so for turning points, what do we do? Amit, tell me, for turning points, what do we do?
Or 21. Sir, we will do.
Sir, can I tell?
No, wait, let him tell. We put f dash x is equal to 0.
0.
Yes, sir.
So you get 6x square minus 18x plus 12. Yeah, you're getting a quadratic equation here, right? So in
Yes, sir.
fact, you will get two value of x's. The 6, you take 6 common, 6 minus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. That
Yes,
means
sir.
you get x square minus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. So that now you factorize this, middle term factorization, you will get x minus 1
Yes, sir.
into x minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so that means what are the values of x? Either x is equal to 1 or x is equal to 2. So that means now what are the intervals?
From 1 and 2.
Why only 1 and 2? From minus infinity we will come to 1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, this is your line, minus infinity, and this is your point 1 and this is your point 2. So from minus infinity,
Yes, sir.
first you move till 1. So this is first
Yes,
interval
sir.
you make.
From
Then
1
from
to 2.
1 to
Yes,
2
sir.
you make the next interval. And the third interval that you make is from 2 to
2
plus
to
infinity.
infinity.
2 to infinity. 3 intervals you are getting. So you need to check the function in
Yes,
all
sir.
the 3 intervals. So if we consider the first interval.
Okay, sir.
For the interval minus infinity 1. What is f dash x? F dash x is this. Okay, and what is the interval? You put x is equal to minus infinity. You put any value between minus infinity and 1. If you put x is equal to minus infinity, what will you get? See, this is infinity square. This has to be greater than this, right? Always. That means this is what?
Yes, sir.
Positive. Always
Sir, we will get positive
positive,
infinity.
right? So that means
Yes,
fx
sir.
is increasing in minus infinity 1. You consider next interval. for the interval 1 2 f dash x. Now consider any value between 1 and 2. Okay, say consider but try to consider values that are very close to 2 and greater than 1, or uh,
Sir, 3
less,
by 2.
just less than 2. Okay, say I
Sir, 3
consider a
by 2.
value. The 3 by 2 is not very close. Say you consider a value that is very close, but let's say I consider a value that is 1.9, that is less than 2 but very close to 2. Okay, or you can also consider a value like 1.1 also. Understood?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so what happens?
Yes, sir.
This is 1.9, sorry. So what happens? 18 into 1.9 plus 2, this is what? This is around 12, right? Around 12.
Yes,
And
sir.
this is what? This is around uh, 18 into 2. This is around 36, right? Plus 12.
Yes,
So
sir.
what are we getting? Negative.
Some negative. Yes, sir.
So that means this is
Yes,
less
sir.
than 0. That means fx is decreasing in 1 2. Next we consider the next interval. For the interval 1 infinity or 2 infinity. Okay, 2 infinity. For the interval 2 infinity, what happens to f dash x? Consider infinity only. Okay, 6 into plus infinity square minus 18 into infinity plus 12. This is what? Positive, right? This is again positive.
Yes, sir.
So what happens in this interval? This is again increasing.
Increasing.
So fx is increasing in 2 infinity. So what happened? This is some sort of roller coaster ride. See here, if you draw
Yes,
this
sir.
number line, this
Sir,
is your
from
1
the
and this is
yes,
your
sir.
2. Okay, x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 2. So this is your minus infinity and this is your plus infinity. So in minus
Yes, sir.
infinity, the function is increasing, minus infinity to 1. So here what happens? The
Yes, sir.
function here is actually increasing. Okay, something like this. And then it comes here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this has become your turning point, right? And then after that, what happens? In this interval 1 to 2, the function is decreasing. So again, it starts decreasing. And then again, it reaches a turning point here. Okay. And then again, what happens? 2 to
Yes, sir.
infinity again starts increasing, right? So it is a kind of a roller coaster ride. First increasing, then decreasing, and then again increasing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So how many turning points are you getting? You're getting 2 turning points, this one and this one, right? So
Yes, sir.
for x is equal
Yes,
to
sir.
1,
Sir, first one is maxima and the second one is minimum.
yes, we'll come to that later when we'll do first derivative test. For the time being, we only didn't need to determine the turning point. So I'll come to that after this turning point. So we've got the x coordinate, right? X is equal to 1 of this turning point. We need to determine the y coordinate. So you put in the function f1. F1 you will get how much? What is it? Fx 2x cube minus 9x square 2x cube minus 9x square plus 12x plus 30. So this is 2 minus
2
9
minus 9 plus
plus
12.
12 plus 30. So how much are we getting here? 42 plus 2, 44 minus 9, 35. So what is the turning point here? 1 comma 35.
35. 35.
And what is the next turning point? For x is equal to 2. F2 is equal to 2 into x cube minus 9 into x square plus 12 into 1, 12 into x plus 30. How much are we getting? 16
16
minus
minus
36
36
plus 24
plus
plus
24.
30. How much is this? 54 plus 16 is 70.
70. Yes, sir.
70 minus
34.
36 is
Sir, 34. 34.
34. So So what is the next turning point? It is 2 comma 34.
34.
Understood? This is how you determine the turning.
Yes, sir.
What you see here is that you're getting 2 turning points here. You can get 3 turning points also. You can get 4 turning points also. It depends how many value of x you are getting here. Okay, we have got 2 value of x here. That is why you are getting 2 turning points. If you get 3 values of x, you'll get 3 turning points. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we come to the concept of maxima and minima. So now you tell me this coordinate is how much? 1 comma. This coordinate is 1 comma 35. 1 comma 35, and this coordinate is 2 comma 34, right? So what is the this point 1 comma 35 point, local maxima or minima?
Sir, maxima, local maxima.
This is a point of local maxima.
Maxima.
What about this point?
Sir, minimum.
Local minima. Clear? So this is as
Yes,
simple
sir.
as this. This is also called as the first derivative test. So let us now do one problem from first derivative test. Okay, there are two kinds of tests in maxima and minima. There are two kinds of tests. One is the first derivative test and the other is the second derivative test. Okay, now second derivative test is very useful. Mostly we use the second derivative test. Okay, first derivative test has a lot of limitations. So uh, but first I'll give you one example from first derivative test. Okay, so let's see this. Problem. By first derivative test, find the points of local maxima and or minima. Okay,
Okay, sir.
for the function fx is equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x minus 8. We shall first determine the turning points here. Then we'll see what uh, maxima and minima is. Okay, so we have fx is equal to x cube minus 6x square plus 9x minus 8. Differentiate this, you will get 3x square minus 12x plus 9. You can take 3 common, you'll get x square minus 4x plus 3. Okay, so for turning points, f dash x is equal to 0. That means 3 times x square minus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. That means x square minus 4x plus 3 is equal to 0. That means x minus 1 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. So how many values of x you are getting? You're getting 2 values of x. Again, how many intervals then? How many intervals? Yes, tell me how many intervals?
So 3.
3 intervals as earlier. So therefore
Yes.
the intervals
Yes,
are
sir. Yes, sir.
minus infinity 1, next is 1 3, and next is 3 infinity. Okay, so we'll consider the first interval here. In minus infinity 1, fx f dash x, in fact not fx, f dash x. What is the sign of f dash x? 3 times let's check in the rough what the sign of this is. Put x is equal to minus infinity. So you get 3 times minus infinity square minus 4 into minus infinity plus 3. Okay. So you get what? You get less than 0, right? This is less than 0.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, what can you say? Fx is decreasing in minus infinity 1. In 1, 3. Take any value. Let us take 1.1 function, a value that is very close to 1 and greater than 1. Okay, so what happens? 3 into 1.1 square minus 4 into 1.1 plus 3. What is the value? This is very close to 4, right? In fact, this is very close to 1. 1.1 square is very close to 1 minus 1. This is very close to 4 and this is
Yes,
plus
sir.
3. In fact, this is greater than 1. Okay, this is greater than 1 and this is 4.4 and this is plus 3. So how much are you getting? Let me calculate, do the exact calculation. This is 1.21 minus 4.4 plus 3. So how much? This is greater than 0, positive, right?
Yes, sir.
So fx is
Yes, sir.
increasing in 1, 3. In 3 infinity, what happens to the sign of f dash x? Take 3.1 or you can take plus infinity also. Plus infinity is more convenient. You'll see that if you take x is equal to plus infinity, you'll get this also as greater than 0. So what happens? Fx is also increasing in this interval, right? So what are the turning points? For x is equal to 1. F1 is how much? 1 cube minus 6 into 1 square plus 9 into 1 minus 8. So how much does it come to? 10 minus 14 comes to minus 4. So turning point is, see that first before turning point, what you must realize is that this is minus infinity and this is plus infinity. This is your x-axis. Okay, this is your point 1 and this is your point 3. So in this interval, what is happening? In this interval, the function is decreasing, right? So it is decreasing, and then again it starts increasing, and then it continues to increase. You are not getting any turning value here. Understood? It continues to increase because see, increasing in 1, 3 and increasing in 3 infinity also. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
actually, how many turning points you are getting? You're getting only one turning point. Understood? What you must note
Yes,
is
sir.
that
Yes,
in
sir.
this interval, 1 to infinity, 1 infinity, because see, in 1, 3 also it is increasing. In 3 infinity is also increasing. So between 1 and infinity, in this interval, the function is increasing,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
right? So therefore, you are
Yes,
getting
sir.
only one turning point.
Yes, sir.
And therefore, what is this turning point? Therefore, what is the turning point? Tell me fast. Turning point is what? Turning point is only one, which is 1 comma minus 4. Because for x is equal
Minus
to
4.
1, you're getting y is equal to minus 4,
4.
right?
Minus 4.
So
Yes, sir.
therefore, if you're getting that this as a turning point, what is this point? Point is a point of local minima. 1 minus 4 is a point of local
Look, minima. Minima.
minima. And what is the minimum value of the function? Minimum value is f1, because at x is equal to 1, you are getting the minimum value, right? So f1
Yes,
is
sir.
minus 4. So the minimum value of this function is minus 4. Understood? This is called the first
Yes,
derivative
sir.
test. This is
Yes.
called the first derivative. Now, first derivative test is mostly important for your multiple choice questions. Okay. So I stop here for today.